Hey, who wants to watch me suck at a game? Welcome to our review of this early access build of Rogue Spirit, developed by Kids with Sticks and published by 505 Games. I'd also like to thank the developers and the publishers for giving us access to this early access build, because it's really kind of an honor to be able to play these things before they're released to the public. And on that same note, I also want to apologize for the amount of time that it's taken me to get this review done and out the door. Some other matters took a bit of precedence and this got delayed. But fortunately, the game is still in pre-release, so the review is still relevant. Now, the first thing you should notice when starting this game is the early access build disclaimer, saying that you're about to play a slice of the upcoming game Rogue Spirit, and in this build you'll find procedurally generated levels, meaning your experience is going to be different each time you play. Enemy skills and essences you encounter will also vary, and that the developers hope that this experience will give us a glimpse of what to expect in the future. But also that while they've done their best to polish and debug this, remember that this is not the finished product, and it's very likely that the finished product will vary considerably from this. So let's do a gameplay, and I'm winging this kind of off the cuff, just doing a voiceover. You start off with your general settings screen, and I'm going to go in and, of course, make sure that my graphics and everything are set to the highest that it can be set to, just for the purposes of getting the best experience that you can out of the game. I want to see what the graphics look like on Ultra. And that's I guess I'm going to spend more time doing this than I really should, but eventually I'll get to the game. Oh, now we're going to look at the camera. And there's also sound and controls and other, and then, okay, so let's start a new game. Now, we're starting at the Forgotten Monastery, and honestly, I know absolutely nothing about what's going on. There's dudes with long heads that are monks and grandmasters, and they've brought you back from the dead, it looks like. You are a spirit. And the general idea that I get from this is that you're able to possess the bodies of those that you encounter. So right now you're non-corporeal and you're just floating over a pond, I guess. And then there's a dude in front of you and you can possess his body, which I just did right there. Now, you can try switching between your astral form, which is that, and your physical form of the body that you possessed, and then you gotta get the idea of where to go. So I'm following a line to go and sort of, follow the Grandmaster to the dojo. That's what it's telling you to do. So I'm following the Grandmaster here, and he's going to teach me a little bit about how to fight. By doing some and this reminds me a lot, quite a bit of like Call of Duty, when you're the original Call of Duty, that is, when you're throwing potatoes at things, and just kind of just learning. The purpose of this is to learn the controls and make it not seem like just a task of learning the controls, right? So we're at a dojo with some dummies, one of which is spinning around. I'm really confused as to why the Grand Master has such a large head that appears to be made of. Is his head a pumpkin with candles attached to it? I'm looking at this, and honestly, I can't pay attention to anything else other than the fact that his head is very oblong and appears to have candles strapped to it, and is a gourd. Now, if I could turn and get a good angle. Oh wait, yeah, no, I think he's produce. Now, here's another dude to fight. Okay, we can try. We're practicing against this guy. And he's a normal looking guy. He doesn't have produce for a head. We can't really see his head because he's got a wicked hat on. Or maybe that's like a Captain America shield. I don't know. But so I picked up a spirit globe. I totally missed what he said. But once you've beaten someone, you can possess their bodies as well. See, now I'm pretty beat up, so I possess this dude's body, and now I'm not so beat up. And now he's gonna give me a reward for something. I guess I gotta hit this, and then yeah, there's a thing, and that yeah. So these are boosters. These are power-ups that you get. Thick skin, primary attack, and elemental mastery. I don't remember which one I choose. Elemental mastery is what I choose. Yeah, and so I go and I'm just gonna mess around with these guys some more until I decide to go and there are some cool attacks. Like there's a chain attack, and I've obviously got 2 daggers in my hands. I don't know if you can notice that I'm not going off a script here. I started off a script, but that kind of fell apart really quickly as I realized that I don't really understand how this game works. And I'm still really preoccupied by the fact that that man's head is produce. But so you get these little signals like, okay, we're leaving the monastery now and we're going out into the world, the Sunflower Pass, which the graphics in this game procedurally generated. Okay, so it's different every time that you play it, and they're really good graphics. They're really it gives you a really good sense of like here we're in Sunflower Pass. It gives me a little bit of a map. But you look around and, you know, like the stuff around you, the plants and the doodads, the thing hanging off a tree, the fences, there's stuff floating in the air, you know, pollen or something. The way that the trees sway in the wind. Obviously there's something ahead over there that I should be looking at. It looks like a laser beam floating to the sky. That thing there, I'm supposed to hit that. That's going to be another one of these things that I can use. Thick skin, critical outlook, secondary attack. Obviously I'm going to pick thick skin because that seems like the good thing to have. But again, I mean, look at this environment. The environment is nice, and here's some guys that here's a game again. Once again, everybody wants to kill you. And because we're still in sort of the tutorial stage, it interrupts with this stuff. Everybody wants to kill you. I've just taken over this other guy's body. So now I'm an archer who's getting shot at. And this guy, I've just taken over someone else's body. This gets confusing because it's easy to take over someone's body accidentally, which is what I think I just did. Here's a thing. A shrine. They're throughout the thing, and I don't know exactly what they do, but they're there. Honestly, I'm more or less looking at the scenery and being attacked by everybody. Everybody wants to kill you. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to them. And here I am accidentally switching bodies with people again. And the thing is that as you play, your body will start to fall apart, right? And you'll see that soon. You'll see that I'll take some damage and I'll have some, like, gaps in my body. I'm not going to be, an entirely whole human being. And after a while, yep, I just lost. I just got my ass handed to me. I died. But because I'm a spirit in the body of someone that I just killed, I come back to the Forgotten Monastery, and I get chastised by the monks that brought me back. All right, here I am. I'm back. I'm in the body of a slasher. He's going to give me some crap about who killed me, and I'm going to go and run right back out and do this all over again. And we're going to try to do it again better this time. And within the monastery, what is with this guy's head? Look at what he's got a bandana, and is that a bird house? I don't, what, and this is just a tree? I'm so confused by the anatomy of the clerics in this monastery. But again, check out the waterfall. Really nice. The little things, the little bugs and stuff in the air, give it that ambiance. The little, lightning bugs or fireflies if you happen to be on the west coast. There's a nice little bridge with some water flowing underneath it. There's another dude with he's a skill researcher who also apparently has just a barrel. What is with the heads? Why are their heads made of things that are not heads? This is where I get the most confused. But okay, we're gonna go back out into Sunflower Pass again, and we're gonna try this again. Because this is really... It says if you're overwhelmed by enemies, there's no shame in retreating, which is which is great. Again, I don't understand why everybody out here... This game suffers from the flaw in that everybody wants to kill you. And when you die, you basically start from scratch. Because here I am at a shrine. I'm going to get another passive skill. Whatever it is. It's Ghost Fury, Defensive Revenge, Focused Possession. I don't know what any of these do. So I'm going to pick the one that sounds best to me, which is which is not defensive. Defensive Revenge is apparently what I picked. Now there's some people up there. I can see them in the distance. They don't see me yet. I know they're going to try to kill me as soon as they realize I'm here. Yep, there we go. He's going to come after me. And then there's a big guy behind him who's going to whip my ass. Okay, I managed to beat him. Somebody else is shooting at me, I think. I'm going to try not to possess them because I'm still in good shape. But look, the butterflies flying. Like the ambiance of this procedurally generated universe or world is just like if I would like to wander around this and not have people kill me or try to kill me because it just seems like the scenery is so nice and the ambiance is so nice that just like having just a passive exploration mode where you can just kind of be zen and go check some things out and not need to worry about getting shanked by a guy whose head is a raisin, that would be cool. I would enjoy that, or going around and meeting some villagers and maybe doing some quests for them, like, hey, I need to break some pots, for some reason. Can you help me with that? And I'd be like, yeah, sure, I can break some pots. I got a sword, and apparently that's what you use to break pots instead of just stomping on them or something. I don't know. Whatever. It's cool. I can do that. I'm back at the beginning this is where you go back into the monastery. I think I got myself turned around, but I'm just breaking barrels because they're here and you can. And even the rocks, like the rocks have some moss on them, or lichens, I guess they are. You know, it's very even despite the fact that they say that this is not a finished game and it is not fully polished, it looks nice, and it looks, you know, look, here's a well that I just apparently broke, and you know, here's a guy who's gonna get hit. Oh, here's a dude who's gonna kill me. Yep, or he's gonna try to kill me. I killed him first. So, and here comes somebody else. This is my biggest issue, is the fact that everyone, I don't know these people. I don't know why they're trying to kill me. They don't really explain anywhere that I saw why everyone wants you dead. Considering the fact that I'm already dead, I'm just inhabiting the body of someone that I killed. Which, I mean, I guess that's a reason enough to want to kill me, but you know, for your general person on the street, I don't know that they would necessarily know that I was a rogue spirit inhabiting the body of a schlub that I killed. And here's a big dude who's gonna kill me, or who's gonna try, but you know, I beat him first, so cool. Notice, however, that I'm starting to take some damage to my body. I've got some glowing bits. Here's something about stealth. I didn't really master that. Stealth. In stealth mode, I can kind of go into astral form here and sort of sneak around, and people can't really see you, I guess. But then once you go back into your physical body, then you're an open target. And I just wish I really wish I knew that. I really wish I knew why everybody wanted to kill me. But either way, we're looking at a procedurally generated thing. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I inventory? I'm looking at my inventory. Apparently I just discovered that I have an inventory. And not that I know how to use anything in my inventory, but it's there. Yep, it's there. There's inventory. I don't have any quests yet. Healing. They do talk about healing, but I never quite. I don't quite master the. See, when you kill people, or when you beat up people, they drop these orbs of something. Now, see how I'm kind of blue? Well, see how I'm kind of like, dude, stop. Yeah, see how I'm kind of like glittery blue in some spots? That's basically my mortal form falling apart. Now, this Kabuki man is gonna kill me. Now, see, they dropped some stuff, some orbs and some energy, and I picked it up, and it didn't do anything though. It didn't heal me. Which is really kind of what I'm, and the thing is that okay, I can possess their body after I've knocked them out, but I've done more damage to them than they have to me, so by my taking over their body, I'm actually screwing myself over, because now I'm weaker than I was before. Now I've got 12 of 35 hit points remaining. And I need to do something about this. And what I do about this is I think I'm going to run back to the monastery and try to heal myself there. Only to find out that that's not what we're, like, I guess I can't get back in the monastery. They won't let me back in. The door's locked. They don't want me. They're like, yeah, we sent you out into the world. Go figure yourself out, son. I can get back to the monastery if I die, but I don't really. The point is not to do that. So we go back out. Camera angles, on the one hand, camera angles are pretty easy to master in this. that uses the analog stick, I believe, or the mouse. The mouse it'll use, depending on what you're using. Actually, I'm not sure if this uses the analog stick. I kind of forget. But, all right, here's a dude. He's gonna try to kill me, so I'm gonna take him out first. And it's gonna, you know, interrupt me. Okay, beat him up. Beat that guy up. Alright, now there's some healing stuff that came to my body. But it didn't really heal me. See, I'm still falling apart. I took over his body because he's in better shape than I am. But, I mean, I've got major gaps in my physique right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't appear to have a chest. And my arms just seem to be floating in the air. And I'm not doing great. 5 out of 42 hit points. I need to fix that. And the way the game tells you to do that is to bust some ass and get some health. Well, I just got my ass handed to me. And now I'm going back to the monastery. So we're coming back to the monastery, and here I am at the monastery, and I take a form, and this is now I'm an archer, and it seems to be every time you die, or every time you don't necessarily die because you're already dead. Again, with the head, look at the head. What is with his head? It's branches tied to a bucket. Is there a head under the bucket? Or is his head the bucket? This guy too. He's got a bandana on what appears to be a birdhouse or a cooler, maybe? A Brita filter? I don't know. Something. This guy has a piece of paper covering his entire face, which is, again, looks like it's made of a flower pot. I don't understand. I can understand if the populace, if the people out in the Sunflower Pass know that I have been sent from the monastery, which is populated by freakish monstrosities whose craniums are comprised of ceramics and produce. I can understand them being a little wary. I still don't understand the desire to kill me immediately. Look at the size of this dude coming at me. Okay. I'm down to 34, 24 out of 44. Every hit takes 10 hit points away from me. I'm running away from him as fast as I possibly can. I've taken over someone else's body who has less hit points than I do. Now I'm down to 1. Right? And now, so I've taken his body. I've still got 1 hit point. Here comes another big dude. He's gonna kick my ass, so I become this guy. You know, I can be a little bit stealthy as long as they're not looking at me. I can get away. But they looked at me, and so they killed me. Even as a ghost, they're able to kill me, which doesn't make any sense. But we're going back to the monastery because I died again. And now I'm a big dude. A tribesman. Okay, yep, alright. So now I'm this guy, and the Grand Master is gonna berate me again for being awful at this. Now it's raining. This is cool. I like this. It adds a little bit more ambiance. Look, there's water I can slosh through. That wasn't there before. It is now because it's raining. I like it. I'm not going to bother looking at people's heads because they give me nightmares. We're just going to go out the door and see what we can do in Sunflower Pass, which more than likely is just going to be getting beaten up again. So here we are in Sunflower Pass. I have 62 out of 62 hit points. I have a rather cool horned head dress on, which I think is pretty bitchin'. I have, it looks like Wolverine claws, which is also pretty bitchin', if I do say so myself. I'm fighting one of my own people. I beat him. No hits. I'm doing good. I'm doing good so far. 62, 62. I lost. Alright. I just lost 20 hit points. This guy's shooting me. So I just took them down. Now, see, I'm getting energy from them, but the energy is not going back into my hit point reserve, which makes me think, what is the point of like, I don't understand. Maybe this is a part of the game that's unfinished, and they haven't quite figured out the replenishing your energy part. Or maybe there's some part of it where you'll have allies, and not everybody will be here. Like every human being in this town right now is trying to kill me, and they're gonna succeed, I'm sure. I'm switching bodies right now, just willy-nilly because well, mostly because I'm pressing the wrong button, but also because my hit points keep dropping to almost nothing, and so I'm hoping that somebody that I just knocked down will have more, but they don't, because I just knocked them down. Okay, I've got 11 of 69. So, or 60 or something. So that's okay. 11 is better than nothing. Still, I've got large gaps in my anatomy. But, you know, I'm alive anyway. At least I was. No, I'm still alive. I still managed. Now see the big white ball hit me. That should have replenished some of my energy, but it didn't. I took him. Now I've got what, 6 hit points? So that increases me from the 1 that I had, but I'm gonna lose it all as this guy. So I just took over this guy's body. I'm gonna be a ghost for a little bit and come over here. This did something. I don't know what. Nothing useful. And now they're coming after me again, and yep, I'm dead. So this is Rogue Spirit, and it is the ambiance of the game I cannot argue with. It is a good looking game. Aside from the disturbing heads of the people in the monastery, which I do not understand and will give me nightmares for weeks on end now. Aside from that, like, it's a nice looking game. The controls are easy to get a hang on. Seriously, like, it's easy to control. It's easy to play and work with. It's nice to look at. The biggest flaws that I see in it is that everybody wants to kill you, and it's really easy for them to do that, as you can see right there. So, as I said, maybe these are things that'll be sorted out as the game is finished. It is still in pre-release right now, so hopefully these are things that will be sorted out before they actually release. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's a nice game. It looks good, but it has what I would call flaws in that I have difficulty staying alive, and everybody wants you dead, and I don't exactly know why. But it will be available on Steam. We'll put links to where you can check it out in the description. In fact, you'll probably be looking at it right now in this right here. Yeah, this has been Rogue Spirit. Well, this has been AJ from Scene World reviewing Rogue Spirit, and I really do like the game. I wish that there were some other options like a free play or just like a free exploring mode where you don't need to worry about getting killed by every single human being or villager that you come across. That would be nice. It would be nice to just be able to explore the countryside, maybe have sort of more of a puzzle solving kind of mist sort of thing. But yeah, I recommend you check it out if just for the ambiance and the graphics and the enjoyable controls and gameplay. But yeah, thank you for watching and watching me fail miserably at this game over and over again. It's been fun.